is connected to the earth element. It's the spleen, the stomach, the pancreas, the perfect season to nourish our gut. So we want to boost the digestion, bring centre back and balance back, and feeling at one. We've got these beautiful mitochondria you've heard of, I'm sure, in our gut, but we've also got these everywhere. We've got them in our flora in our vagina and our mouth, and all of these are connected. So I'm going to start by rubbing our hands together. So we want to speak to those tiny little beautiful cells in our gut, in our body, and rub our hands and place them over the stomach, just below the spleen, this area. Feel the warmth of the hands coming through. Visualizing, closing the eyes, and feel the warmth of the energy radiating inward. Feel, and for the Reiki practitioners out there, I know are many, and feel the energy. If you're not, I am actually a qualified Reiki master. Visualize light flowing through the top of your head, through your hands, down, and then we're going to move them in small circles, and then building from medium firm pressure. Breathing in through the nose and slowly out, to begin with through the mouth. Taking it round. There's lots of powerful meridians at this point. Inhale, exhale, that govern our healthy digestion. Inhale, exhale. Stomach when it passes through this area, and the Mingmen energy channel. The conception channel runs through the centre and the front of the body, and the opposite direction. For those of you that suffer with digestion, which so I used to have IBS and tend to feel hard and it feels cold, so it's nice for this warming massage. I want to do it both directions, so if you do 12 this way, do 12 that way, righty-tighty, lefty-loosey, and then begin to move across the moving up and along, and then around the other side. So we're going to go up, round, over, 2, 3, transverse column and descending column. This is allowing that movement, that shift of energy, moving slowly through, just connecting. Start radiating that out, even going up to the head, so you want to feel like there's energy flowing up, out, and any trapped gas to be. Okay. And then around the opposite direction. So you may feel like you need to burp, you may feel like you need to bottom burp. Better out than in, releasing those trapped gas and air. Opposite direction now. And release. And then we want to create a chi ball, so we're going to gather some energy. So what we do is we're rolling the hands in front, so gathering energy for our lower dantian, which is all around this energy, which the lower chakra is moving up just here. This is being upgraded this month of September when I'm doing this, so it's being supported, but lots of shifts happening, so lots of diet shifts have happened. I did a whole vlog on this, which is on this channel if you want to take a look. And remembering your posture at all the time. So for those of you that are new, We're not just standing here, we are in a relaxed, what we call widgie pose. So my hips are hip width apart, slightly bent knees and a nice straight spine. We're going to take those hands up, and what we do, heaven and earth, we push down with one and palm up with the other and stretch. Inhale and swap. Slides. Exhaling when you release. Inhaling on the way up. And we're stretching out here with these and stimulating the absorption in the digestion system. Keep rolling the ball. We slightly modify it as we continue with the arms. We're going to do this in a diagonal across the body. Now press the arms up, but leaning over, and the hand pushes down. The belly towards the side, leaning, stretching, keeping the waist engaged, and very important. Keep that ball rolling. And on the second side, same thing. Push, so you feel the movement around the waist. You might feel it more on one side than you do the other. Stimulates the gallbladder meridian. Breathing in, breathing out. Push, stretching through. And coming back to center each time. Incorporating a very powerful point then. The elbow. Point lines up this elbow with here. A cage. There's a little depression here where we're going to be holding. Breathing through the rib cage. The thumbs press on this chung point. It's a portal. So quite firmly press with your thumbs. Right. Standing in Wonder Woman. Master point for the liver. Clockwise 36 times. And the spleen as well. Massaging with your thumbs quite firmly. It's important for our digestion. So great to do in the morning, anything with the gallbladder and liver. Massaging clockwise. It tonifies this point. So in Chinese medicine, this is about hiding impurities. The point where the Chinese view the point, it can be tender if you've got any impurities. If there's stomach issues, emotional issues, if this is sore here, that relates to that. The liver can be stagnant. This point can be quite tender. Massaging gently, clockwise, and then 24 times to purge the body. Opposite direction. So we're moving anti-clockwise now. Back. Massaging gently. Our mind's very tender. Regularly massaging this point helps to stimulate the flow of energy, regulate the meridians, so we can digest stuff, emotional stuff, which is helpful with the upcoming eclipse. Helps us balance our emotions, meaning that we're coming off the back of this Pisces. If you've got any issues with your thumb, you can just gently shake the wrists. Next movement, shaking off. So moving the hands up, we're going to be pushing down here and up, drumming the elbows and the abdomen. So we flick but do the arms to start with. Elbows are gently brushing over the portal. And then bend the knees, low toe, bend the knees, hang on. Drawing the elbows in, there you go up there. And so from the side, bending, swinging, bending, swinging, bending, swinging, brushing over the portal. Helps with the clearing at the same time on our back as we're pushing the shoulder blades together. Last 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Right, and slightly bending the knees and separating the legs slightly wider than hip width. How are we for time? 10. Right. Okay, we're just going to add this. And we're going to gently come down the sides in the gallbladder as we bend forward. So we're going to lift our hands up to the side. Inhale, exhale over. Feel the sides. Inhale, demonstrate. Exhale over. So we're stretching out down here from the kidneys. We get to here, we're going to swoop down and stretch that lower back and feel you can have slightly bent knees, leaning down to the ground. Inhale, as you exhale, come down, let your body hang, and you'll loosen with each breath, and then slowly inhaling up, taking the hands, palms facing up, and leaning back. Bend the knees, remember, watch that lower back if you have any back problems and you can only get to here, that's fine. Listen to your body incrementally. Otherwise, a nice little stretch. Bringing down, palms come out to the side again. So we bend forward. You can do that with straight legs, then bend the knees, swooping down, crossing over the arms this time, and lifting up. Linking the hands together this time, pushing through, and feel that stretch through the stomach where we've all those little points we've been working those breathing. Inhale, exhale down. I'm going to roll through the joints, just rolling the shoulders back and forward. We're going to move through the joint points, so we do the arms, the elbows, the wrists, the knees, and we'll move through that. So just let you know because I'll be talking. So as we're moving through, I want you to think, just rolling back and then rolling forward. Think about, where are you not flexible? We're working through our joints. Where are their structures, the points, the structures, those things that attach to the rigid parts of you and the elbows. Where can you lubricate the joints, metaphorically speaking? The things in your life, rotating your wrists, things that you need to lubricate with love and understanding. And we're going to come to the waist and rotate through the waist. So, rolling the hips, nice big circle. The hand, still keep a horse stance, just slightly wider than Ouija pose, not quite. And where can you allow your thinking to become more fluid in your understanding? Going back the other way, what do you need to shift in your life? Autumn. An area where the camera can not be affected by cats would be what I would say. Well, just letting them be. Yeah, you can go. You can sit there. You can see you. Everyone loves a kitten. Give me little minks. So rotating opposite direction now. Let go of the hands. We're going to be massaging this point. We're going to come down. Hands on the thighs. feeling those hip joints. And then if you have any knee problems, then you can sit down and you can lift your leg and rotate. Baby girl, can we put you up there? There we go. You have the height point too. Go up there with your brothers. So you can rotate, just lifting in opposite direction. Or if you're fine, you step in and we just circle those knees. So everything we've done today, if you lead a sedentary life, for one, or you spend a lot of time sitting on the computer, or you don't do a lot of exercise, or you've done exercise and you want to wind down, it's great for stretching. Qigong in itself is called LIST, low intensity steady state, and works well with other exercise movements like HIIT and aerobic, or after even a yoga session. It's all because it's very different movements. So from here, stretch those legs back, and if you're sitting, lean the legs out. Then we're going to flex. So you can lift, flex the toe up, flex it forward and up and down, other side, flex, point, flex, point, back to the other leg, and this time rotate like we did with our wrists, but doing that with the ankles, and then the opposite side, rotating all those beautiful joints that we have there. Opposite side, again, you can do this while seated, rotating the ankle joints, and then the opposite direction. Okay, the cat's about to jump, so let's stop. They're really cute. Come on, Harry, down again. And come to a nice steady standing spot, because I wanted this to be a nice quick routine. There we go, you're back. Yeah, keep it under 20 minutes. So, always, as always, I want to finish with a card, but I wanted the routine part to be nice and quick. Bring your hands to your lower dantian. So we were working with all of these points that we've massaged and our meridians for this season. The colour is earth, so think earthy colours for the late summer, but also think grounding. So visualise for me a beautiful earth scene anywhere. It can be out in nature, somewhere that you love. Yeah. And take yourself there in your mind. But with your body, bring your hands to the lower dantian, place them over the stomach, the belly, and the lower dantian. And what we are doing, I want you to feel your feet. Take your awareness to your heels and your toes if you're standing, and if you are seated because you have issues, the same thing. You can still take that awareness there. Obviously in bamboo you'll feel the balance more of your body, whereas if you're seated you're going to feel it through your buttocks. So feeling the gravity, so you might feel your body swaying like a bamboo in the wind, hence the name bamboo. So think about being a bamboo, and if you're seated, obviously think about the top half and the bamboo. Bamboo, it's very, very grounded because it's as its roots. It's really high up to the sky, but it hasn't got very big roots. But okay. Sorry, apologies. Come on, you go chasing them. Mucking up mummy's recording. Little madam and mister. So what I might do is come to seated myself so they can't. There we go. Before we do our reading, as we go into our visualisation, we come round here. It's really pretty. So either stay in this standing position in bamboo that you're in, or If you are wanting to come to a seated position, you can do. It's not very pretty behind me, so yeah, close your eyes and go to your beautiful place. The scenery better up there, actually. Let's, in case you want to keep your eyes open. I know not everyone finds it hard to shut their eyes. Different so if that's you, at least you have a tree in the background now. So keep that breath flowing in bamboo, breathing in, breathing out. Yes, we're playing a minute, sweetheart. Reminder to play. I want you to connect to you, to the fullness of you, to whatever it is your faith, but go beyond the structures. Remember, I was talking about the joints, as we were moving through very briefly a moment ago through each of the wrists, the elbows, the waist, the knees, the ankles, all of those points, you can get energy stuck where there should be movement, where there is a joint, and think about that on a metaphoric sense in your life. Where is there interconnective points? Maybe it's your relationships, the linking of how you connect to others, the movement between you and another energy of another being, another animal, another place, a point, a movement, a travel, a distance that you have to travel to work, a journey. It could be the interchangeable relationship that we have with things that are in flow, in flux, money, the things. Here's a completely out there one and not very spiritual, but actually this is about bringing it back to how it relates to our everyday life. The things that we do. So within a house, within a home, you have every day there's washing, every day there's cooking and food. And you think the digestion as well, linking it back to this time of year and what we can digest emotionally as well as physically, what we're putting into our bodies as well as what we're putting into our mind, what are we feeding it with? Are we taking rest? Are we allowing? And remember I said right at the very beginning about these tiny beautiful little cells of the gut, of the mouth, of the vagina, the cells through our body. I want you to visualize them being and feeling grounded, feeling very present, and a beautiful light coming through the top of your head and going to everywhere there, including the joints. And as I was saying, metaphorically, for those joints, as inside, so outside, as above, so below, as above, so below, micro, macro, internal world reflecting in external world. Also, the pockets of energy, so the pockets of your home, the pockets of your bank balance, the pocket, literally your pockets where you keep your money, where you wash, where your bathroom, where you clean and purify, where you let go, where you release, the plumbing in your house, where there are structures where you flow like the veins, but the points, the choke points, so road systems and systems in general. So this could be technology, those systems, and seeing this light as the meridians flowing through you, so too flowing through those other areas in your life, like your home, and allowing yourself to see with clarity where things are stuck, where things need, the joints are feeling a little bit like, oh, it's a bit stiff, like you need to water it. And I want you to visualize yourself watering your body as well as your home, your life, and your surroundings, and externally, if you feel called to, parts of the world like our political systems and other systems and external systems. But as we create that change within us, that fluid flow and not forcing things, allowing yeah, that joint feels like it needs a little bit of movement. So I'll move the body, listening, tuning, the same with those areas of your life. You can metaphorically see it and visualize yourself as we were, moving the joints, moving the body and the joints and the structures of the systems in your life, and allowing energy to flow freely like energy needs to, like tides and like the tides of the seasons. And I'm just going to pull a card from Chinese Five Elements by Vicky Isaac as well for today. And as we are closing in on this very, very powerful eclipse coming up, I'm sure it will reflect 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 cards. I wasn't expecting that many. Okay, let's start with the first one. Water dog, play with the wave. I can't make this stuff up. Right, I'm literally, before I even go through, we've got water dog, play with the waves. We've got water rat, focus your vision, which obviously it's a new moon coming. We've got fire horse, effortless vitality. We want that effortless movement, shift and change. And we've got the metal bird, treat yourself like royalty. This is sovereignty. Okay, so the dog as well is friendships. This is about moving, allowing yourself to be floats, because on the 20th, I've written in my diary, do not leave the house. This is a day where there'll be a rubbing up against energy, because people are dealing with their emotions. They're dealing with their fields and they're feeling a little bit raw, where things from this area is shifting and changing in the chakras are being upgraded. Our DNA is being upgraded. So on the physical, we feel it. Hence why I want you to move through your joints and be super aware of your body and its connection to the mental field, the emotional field. So how stresses affect you and how that can manifest in the body, and bio and chemical reactions. Our emotions are chemical reactions. That's how science sees them. So those chemicals can be overwhelming. Sometimes you can have too much of anything is a bad thing. So stress hormone, for example, even that as a chemical can be addictive. And people may not realize it, but the body starts to have the expectation of creating that. So you want to be allowing yourself to notice these choke points, as I want to call them, the joints, the structures within the structures, the linking points in your life of where things are going to be shifting. So where you are in relationships, and playing with the waves of this, the ebb and flow of your own emotions, the ebb and flow of other people's emotions. Water is that fluidity. So allowing that in your life and visualizing that with your movement and as your practice. Water rat, again, we've got the water. It's a huge wave with dolphins, and focusing on your vision. We have a new moon on Sunday, an eclipse new moon. So there's things that we're not going to be able to see. It means it's been kind of eclipsed, and then as the eclipse comes out and reveals, because it's the dark moon, it's not necessarily going to be revealed right away. So it might be hidden agendas and hidden things in contracts. So it's important for you to be looking at the details and focusing on your vision that's right for you. So again, dolphins, sound, this is within sound, within energy, within I'm kind of hearing within radio waves, within sound technology, and the vision, holding that vision of that frequency of sound of where we speak, the words we speak, but also beyond that, it's this frequency. And words are kind of like the lowest form of communication. A lot of our communication is mental, emotional, and energetically present before the words are like the last thing. It's the lessest, again, all I can say is the lessest form of communication. Our body language and our energy speaks far more. When we walk into a room and someone is anxious, you can pick up on it. Children pick up on it. When someone's sad, even if they're not saying, you can see by their demeanour, by their body language, if you like. But their energy field you hit first. When you walk into their field, you can feel it. So, and we know now, that's been proven that that's there. We can measure those fields. But those fields affect us, and when there's a rubbing up against, so holding your vision through the eyes of love and compassion can help that, so you don't get overwhelmed. If you look at this card, there's those beautiful dolphins. Look, that could look like a tsunami if you look at it from one perspective. If you look again, there's two dolphins and a sunset. The sun is through that tunnel. So almost having tunnel vision for the highest possible outcome is so important. And then fire horse, this is effortless vitality. This is your movement, the shift and the changes that are happening around us. And it's not all love and light. It's a little bit sometimes hard to look at the shadow, but the light is showing up the shadow at the moment. The sun is out and the sun is shining on any movements, any shifts, any changes. You want it to be effortless. You want your movement, your practice, when we are moving, we flow. We don't want to, can't move, that hurts. And that, you don't force it. That's how you break bones and pull muscles. You must work with your body in incrementation and incrementally. And I'm not saying not pushing yourself with strength and little bit, but it's knowing what's right, the effortlessness of vitality. And through the body, the digestion helps. You don't want it to be stuck and constipated. You don't want it to be too loose. You want that effortless movement, the shift, the flow through the body, and it affects everything on the physical and mental and emotional level. So the horse is that, but the horse is also figures offering you help. And then we have the metal bird. Treat yourself like royalty. But to me, this is about, when I see this card, it's the peacock. Royalty to me is sovereignty. It is now, as we shift and we move into, from late summer that we're in at the moment, like this video started with the class about that. So you've got a quick 15-minute routine to do as we're moving in. You're not going to want to we start to reflect, we start to go inwards, especially as we get to the solstices, and then obviously from winter when we're completely inward. So our movement is for warmth, to create heat, to melt the water, and moves into the water element. But while we're in the earth element, this is the balancing. And if you look at her, she's wearing these bangles on either side. To me, it's about these 3 rings. These are the 3 chakras, 3 dantians, the lower, middle and upper, and having that balance. But also your reflection. What are you reflecting out in your life? How do you see yourself as opposed to how others see you? And taking time, do you feel that you can't take time for you? It's important that you reset, that you balance, that you take the time to go within, to reflect, to meditate. And that's what I want to do just quickly for a few minutes now to finish our class. So you've got your 15-minute movement. We've done a little bit of reading and we've done a little bit of visualization. So hopefully, as you've been listening to these words, you have been reflecting. The mind's probably been going off and resonating with things that are happening in your own life. But I want you to bring it back now, bring monkey mind back for a moment, and I invite you to pause. So if you were standing in bamboo, definitely come to seated position, or if you feel more comfortable like that, you can stay standing. Again, whatever's right for you, not necessarily what's right for me. And placing your hand on your heart and one on the belly, the stomach, the energy of where we are, the earth, season, and the heart, allowing the heart to be what nourishes the gut feeling and the nutrients of where we're getting ready for the new moon, we're getting ready for these new intentions, our focus. It needs to be nutrients of love and understanding and compassion for yourself, for your being. Oh, you hear the crows going. They have beautiful symbology as well. But if you feel an animal totem near you and one is coming to mind, I'm feeling like there was obviously the crow who I can hear and the dolphin was present, even though we had the horse and the rat and the dog. Those ones feel more present for those that are viewing. And then just start to breathe in through the nose and release through the nose. So instead of breathing out through the mouth, switch to qigong breath. Cover the mouth if it helps. For some of you that might be too much, but keep the mouth is for eating, not for breathing. When we breathe in and we're taking in more oxygen, we're signaling to the nervous system that we want to run. We need to take more oxygen in. We're exercising, we need to move. With qigong breath, it's a breath for longevity. So breathing in through the nose and out through the nose, we're telling the sympathetic nervous system it's safe, it's okay. Don't need to run from the saber-toothed tiger or that scary person over there. Fear and fight and flight. All is well in this now moment. It's safe for you to close your eyes and go within. Inhale for as much as you can, hold for as long as you can, and release the breath for as long as you can. Now, just be present with yourself. My soul is wanting to express, so I'm going to allow that rather than hold back. Let go of your ego of what it means. It's just frequency and sound of my soul coming through my vocal cords. Feel the wisdom of my ancestors and my being expressing through me. Allow yourself to feel your connection to that which you call more than the divine, the God, the goddess, the universe, source. Iraktora, names are permission slips, they are irrelevant. Ianturo kuniach kianata. Ianaishknayata. Mother Earth through me, in me, around me. I feel my connection to you guiding me. Oro maya kia hataya anayato. Iayatoro maya. I let go of my vision of reality. Ituru matira, and ground to the highest frequency and trajectory through time and space, outside of time and space, beyond what we call time and space. E kia turuma, ia turu taishkna. I feel the fields. Ie turuma, be a nuroknai of my being. Sense your presence, your being, your body, this vessel that contains, or rather, that is contained within the soul and infinite part of you. Feel the roots in the present moment. Feel the beautiful golden light like the leaves of the golden autumn falling down around you. E taia ana I te turu, I kei turu mai, e ata, e turu, ia I nita, nita, ita, ita, uro ma. And the nourishing digestion. Allow yourself to digest what needs to come. Ia nurum, the shifts and the change of the season of your time right now. Ia turu taiaka. But feel the anchor of your being holding you to the highest of timelines. Ia nanich turoro. Let it guide your actions through love and compassion. In dadosh turu matata. Standing in sovereignty and strength. Through the body, through the cells, through the gut, through the mouth, through every cell in your body, your structures of your skeleton, your bones, your teeth. Allow where there is any decay, any rot, any bacteria that is off balance to be recentered as we move closer to the balancing point. Do not fear. Hold anchor of love and allow love to be your anchor within these fields of light. There are many beings on your planet that are here to guide you, to help you, that are connected with the fullness of us. But it is important for you to feel. See and hear the harmonies. You hear the birds behind me. There's the low cadence of the crow and then the high-pitched sound. They are different but yet the same. Listen for the melody and the balance. So too in your body of what is right, too much, too less. And may remember to take time for you. Now I want you to just, it's a haven, just give yourself a hug, wrap your arms around you. For there are many of you in your nervous system, and just pat, like you would like if you're gently patting a beautiful newborn baby. But gently, and then crossing the opposite direction. Bilateral crossovers work with our brain. And our systems are being reset, restructured and rewired. They have been so for the last few years and will continue to increase over the next. So our nervous system, it's important to keep moving and shifting and changing, and just tap gently to let any energy shifts, releasing. Feel it as if you're tapping bubbles when you put something in the oven and you tap for the bubbles to come up. You're releasing, just doing the same. Any density within the body that is not right. And the stomach, as we need, this is needed to digest. As it upgrades, it's digesting what is in front, in the old energy that is playing out. It's old manifestations coming to ends. You need to focus on the highest trajectory, but most importantly, being present in this moment. Okay, and it's shaking the hands. Relax. The auditory system also is being upgraded, our sense of smell, how we perceive images through senses. So our senses are shifting. You might see with your nose an image. You might hear a smell. It's because we are shifting our perception as we learn to evolve what we perceive and go beyond that perception through the heart being the anchor. Closing our sacred time, I speak through my higher self with loving understanding, having compassion for you and for me. I allow myself to be guided through the frequency of love and anchoring that every day through my body, my vessel. I am thankful for this body, this vessel, this moment in time, for all the shifts and change. Thank you for compassionately witnessing me, and your higher self thanks you for taking time for you to connect. Whether you were listening to my words was irrelevant. It's the sound, like a tuning fork, for you to tune with your own being and to listen to the tuning fork of your highest, most aligned being, but anchoring that in this reality, to move, to serve, to be, to demonstrate, to allow the responsibility of your soul to be guided for its highest trajectory. Just rub the hands together and sweep them over. How are you feeling? I think some of the people were here just for the exercise. It's never just exercise. There's plenty of qigong, just exercise channels. This is not one of them. I am not one of them. Allow yourself some time. Keep and hold. Remember I was saying that image of earth. If you've let go of it, bring it back. And allow your energy, your body, if it needs to go there, like an energetical heel that is for a safe space in the realms where every being on earth can go if they choose to. Like a holding room while we wait for that to be the reality that it actually is, what we're seeing through our eyes. And sometimes that means that we might feel like we're checking out a little bit on what's going on. It doesn't mean we stop. It doesn't mean that we don't listen to the passions and the joys that we can allow and help. Anyway, I'm going to leave it at that. But you've got 15-minute workout, you've got a little reading and a little meditation, as we didn't do the live on Monday. And I'll pop this up in the members area. So thank you for your time, love and blessings, and have a beautiful day. Enjoy the clarities that come forth on Sunday. On Saturday, remember to have your boundaries in place and don't allow that rubbing up energy to trigger you. I had written don't leave the house, but I'm at one of my grandma's 90th birthday parties, so I should be surrounded by people. So what will I do? I'll do my shield, do my 12T shield, and allow my body to be the anchor and shift. And if stuff comes up to be healed, allow it to be healed, but speak it through love and compassion. Thank you for your time.